Maureen Bula with Bula's Pleasant Valley Farm just outside of Baraboo. Our farm is considered a regenerative farm, but I also have a lot of gardens. And my gardens are, yes, regenerative, they're also organic and have been for a number of years. The regenerative piece came in a couple of years ago when I went no-till. And I like to give my kids credit for educating me and bringing me up properly. They both work in conservation and convinced me no-till would be a lot better than fighting a rototiller every year and weeding furiously. They were right. I am delighted with the end results that I'm pulling from my garden. The soil is healthier than anything I could have ever dreamed of. Soil is alive, and there are millions and millions of microorganisms in every little spoonful of soil, whether it's fungus or bacterias, and they are what feed the plant. They work to get that plant the nutrition that it needs, but then in turn feeds us. So regenerative has been a really wonderful turn for me. Weeding is much less. In front of our house I have 44 beds and an additional 18 on another site. All of those are planted with vegetables that range from literally A to Z and work to feed us and then supply our farm store. When I start, and I started a bit back, but I start planning my garden, and I have my Christmas wish catalog that always arrives right before Christmas, and it allows me to peruse and see what I liked last year and where I might head this year. So I've spent my money and I have my seeds, and it is time. Right now, and I always have to hold myself back and not start in February, I want to start planting some of the seeds in my basement in preparation for my summer garden. I will be planting onions, tomatoes, peppers, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, leeks, and a few flowers for the gardens as well. All of these things you want some lead time for. Now is when I'm buying that time. And behind me I have a shelf that has heat mats and then fluorescent lights. Fluorescent lights don't need to be grow lights. Your seeds will grow under ordinary fluorescent lights just fine. And I also have seed starting trays and cells that I pick up at Young's down in Madison, and very reasonably priced, and you have different options available. In a short while I'll be transplanting into bigger pots, but for now this is where I start. Alright, down here I have one of my trays, and I've started filling it with soil, and I do like Miracle-Gro potting mix. It's done well for me for starting seeds. And I just fill all these cells. I get to play in the dirt, my happy place. Make sure it's crumbled, and I want all those cells filled. I don't want air spaces in them or a lot of air spaces. That one needs a little more. And I will just take my fingers and tuck soil, tamp it down a little bit, and make sure I've got enough. And I work inside a box to try to contain my mess. So there we go. And here we go. And I'm tamping that down so I've got a good, I want about a 1/4 inch depth for the seeds that I'm going to plunk in. I've got another one that's a little bit shy. And when I look at this soil, I'm seeing all kinds of things that are perfect for promoting that fungus growth that makes the soil so healthy. So these guys will get off to a good start. What I have right here are hot peppers. These are called red ember. So here goes. And I know I've got at least 25 seeds here. So I'm just going to, and these are a nice size to plant. 1 to each cell. Some cells I'm going to give 2. That one's going to get 2 apparently. And 1 for each cell. And it's working. And I'm going to have some that don't germinate. That's just fine. I probably won't need 25 hot pepper plants. And I've got a couple seeds left. And then I just need to cover those 3 rows of cells. So I'm going to take some loose dirt and just carefully rub it across the top very gently. Smooth it out a little bit. I'm done. And it will be on to another variety. I will not put peppers next to peppers. I know what can happen there. I'll probably put in a group of leeks and then some tomatoes. And that's planting. I'm going to make sure that I mark this with a tag. The next step, once this tray is full, I'm going to get my watering can and to water. I'm just going to pick up this lip and tuck that in. I'll fill that till it's about halfway, and that water is going to wick into the soil and we're good. Pretty soon it's going to smell like spring down here, just the smell of things growing and warm earth. The next time I see you, I think we'll be moving outside, looking at beds a little bit, but also talking about transplanting what's going to be quite big down here in a short amount of time. Until then, happy gardening.